Alright, hey, my name is Moses. I grew up in Anaheim. Grew up in Beach and Lincoln, but I also grew up in the southeast of LA. I was born in '94, and that's about it.
That's right, that's right. My other big OG homie, let them know who you are.
Yo, I'm Kevin Smith, born Kevin Smith. I was raised in the west side, Santa Ana. I go by Rip in the street. They call me Rip. I'm from Watergate, Crip, Hey Gang, you know what I mean? Off Crazy Daisy. And it is what it is.
And me, I'm a little more. I'm just a crazy ass Arab that lives a crazy ass fucking life. So if you tuning in right now, you're about to experience that shit. So you know we about to chop it up. You know my niggas want to drink, so you know pour yourself a drink real quick before we get started. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? OG.
Hey, cheers and salute to everybody out there, man.
Salute.
Unity, peace, and love, man.
So I will give you a little background about me. You know, I was born in Jordan, came here at 2. You know, everyone thinks usually when an Arab touches down in the States that someone hands us a bag of money and we live in life. That's never the case. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm letting y'all know, like, I got it from the bottom. Looks can be deceiving. Trust me on that. If you see him on the street, you probably walk the other way. If you see me, you won't think something of it. But I'll probably 10 times worse what he'll do to you. And trust and believe that. But right now, what we're gonna talk about is love. Like, I don't promote violence, I'm not with that. But don't get it twisted, I'm with the bullshit. You feel me? If you come at me some type of way, I'm gonna show you what's up. So I'm just trying to show that everyone can get along, you know what I'm saying? I'm Arab, he's Hispanic, he's African American. And we got no beef. I don't know where all that shit comes from. I don't look at your color, I look how you act. You know what I'm saying? Respect. You feel me on that? What you think about that?
To me, like now where I'm at this point in my life, been a few things I've been through, whatever. To me, at the end of the day, it's just about respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter what color, what race, culture, you know. At the end of the day, we bleed in the same color.
Facts.
I got good brothers or sisters that may be black, Asian, you know, etc. Filipino, you know, they family.
Facts.
But don't get me wrong, you know, you come at me incorrect, then we're gonna have an issue. But that's besides the point, though.
Yeah, you already know.
You know.
What you think, OG?
Right, what you said is on point. I mean, when somebody do something different to you or something that you don't like, you really don't say, hey, you're a Mexican, or hey, you're black, or hey, you're this, that, and the other. You take it on how it comes to you. You know what I mean? So it really ain't about race. And then a lot of times, a lot of us have been so-called conquered people, to where some other people came in and took over our people on some bullshit, excuse my French, but at the same time though, you know, we're going by names that our ancestors don't even know about.
That's some OG shit right there for you.
Yeah. Like they call me black, but nations don't come in colors, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time we come in tribes, and a lot of us don't even know the tribe we came from.
That's
you know
some
what
real
I'm saying?
shit.
Yeah, so I'm Washington. A lot of people call me black, but I'm from the Washington, deducted among the tribes.
Damn.
Right here on this continent, that goes by a lot of names. You know what I'm saying? We in the El Maghreb, which means the furthest west. But then again, they call this America, or then they could call this Turtle Island, or they can call this the Land of Moose, or they, you know what I'm saying? They can call this Al Marak. A lot of different names, a lot of different times, but some of us don't even know about it.
I feel you on some OG shit. I feel you. What y'all been doing lately?
Just grinding, man, staying productive, you know, every day. Staying busy, staying productive, man. Staying out of trouble.
What's the craziest story before you got on this shit? Like for me, like what got me saying going straight is when I got locked up. I told myself after I got locked up, I was like, I'm never coming back here. I was like, no matter what the fuck happens in this life, I'm not coming back. I don't want to come back. Feel me? I had to drop homies. I had to push shit to the side. You feel what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. You know what I mean? Like shit just hit the fan. You know, coming out, I had to have 2 jobs. I didn't want to do anything else. I was like, I want to do everything right. I used to walk, do all that shit. One time, a lady, I was a busser. A lady, I was cleaning her table, and I was just like, fuck, bro. Like, I'm about to get her fries. It's like one fry on the fucking table, just one. Like, it's been there for a fucking hour. So I pick it up, and the bitch throws water at me. I'm looking at this bitch, I'm like, I'm gonna smack the fuck at you right now, I swear to God. And I looked and I was like, if I do that, I'm going right back to jail. I'm Arab. Arabs, they have the shortest fucking tempers. Like, if the remote is not in the right place, we blow up. You feel what I'm saying? That's just like how it is at times. So for me, like, that was when I told myself, like, I'm a man. Like, I can handle myself and I don't have to go into temptation. You feel me? And that's what made me feel like I could do anything, take over. What about you? What changed any of you? Anyone?
My son. I got custody of my son at 3 years old, but you grow up real fast when you got somebody depending on you, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I knew at that time I wanted to do something different, you know? So I wanted a real bond with him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't believe in that stepdaddy stuff to where you got some other dude calling your son, you know, his son, and then your son calling some other man father.
Yeah, that shit weird. That shit
yeah,
weird.
It's crazy, bro. I wasn't for all of that. So, being a blessed person, I knew who my father was. I got to see my mirror. So I wanted my son to see his mirror. You know what I mean? And that make you want to straighten your shit up. You know what I mean?
Not a lot of niggas say that, bro. I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like 20 years older than my son. So at that point in time, I had the opportunity to raise him in a well-mannered environment and get him away from, you know, that Watergate gangbang stuff, you know what I'm saying, where a lot of my peers is in prison, some of them dead, you know what I mean? So I was able to do martial arts. I took him away from California, you know what I'm saying, just to get away from the environment, and I raised him in shots to go out to Anderson's Taekwondo Center, you know what I'm saying? He helped me raise my son. The whole thing was, it takes a village to raise a child, you know. When you send your child out to school, you don't realize what he's picking up or what she's picking up, what your kids are picking up, you know what I'm saying? So he helped me raise my son. My son grew up in a Taekwondo center. We went around the United States, nationwide, doing tournaments and stuff like that. And that's the biggest change in my life. That right there took me from being simple-minded into a broad mind to where you could see where your faults are, where you don't want your son or where your siblings to go from here, you know what I mean? And
that's real. That's real. I was fortunate enough to have my dad in my life. You know what I'm saying? So that's real. I think about that shit.
Everybody be fortunate.
For the men that do have kids, man, be there for your children. They need us, man. I didn't have my father, you know, and I wish, or my parents either, because they were in prison and gangbanging and or on drugs, you know. Which I don't knock them for, I forgive them, but our kids need us.
True. You think if your dad was there, you think that things would have been different? You would have took a different route?
Possibly. Who knows, you know? But,
yeah. At least you don't.
I'm not ashamed. I don't. You know, it is what it is. I feel like this is my journey. Everything happens for a reason, you know. Right. So I got 3 kids, and out of it, and to me, that's like the greatest blessing of all. So
I like that you don't live in regret. Some people like forever they'll hold that against them. So like, I didn't have a dad. Like, right. I get it, you go through something, but at the same time, like, you gotta be a man and be like, all right, I'm gonna be different. Now I'm gonna follow exactly what I didn't like and do it to someone else. You feel me? So that's what I respect. You feel me? That's some real shit.
My son don't want to be exactly like me.
So no, I feel it.
It goes both ways.
At least you took him out. Some people don't give a fuck. They have their kid and all of a sudden they say, go handle. You know what I'm saying? No right, no wrong, no talk. You gotta go do your own thing. Like, my thing, I'm a first generation Arab here. You get me? So my parents I couldn't talk to. Everything, the reason I became a man at a young age was all the shit that I had to go through. Racism, forget it. Racism, like going to school and being Arab, it's not like what you think. Like, everyone's against you. Everybody, teachers, kids, like, even they don't give a fuck if you're a boy or a girl. Like, my sister used to get it too. So I used to be crazy. Like, I had to be a man at a young age.
Question.
What's up?
You said racism. Explain some of your racism, because you know.
Me, I'm racist?
No, how you went through some racism. You know what I'm saying? What my big love was martial arts. Bruce Lee brought me into that, but I know he went through a lot of racism. You know, you can't go to this black, white bathrooms, black, white water fountains and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
but
and there were signs for Bruce Lee and Chinese people like no dogs, no Chinese, stuff like that. So how was it?
But the thing is, you gotta look at it this way. The shit that you're talking about, like not the shit, but like, so my language, I'm just like, I talk like
it is what it is. I heard you say nigga. And it's like.
My bad. I get the green. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Deshaun, man, get a video of this. Get a video of it, please.
No. Don't be offended by what you say. Just be able to explain it.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
But I'll explain it to you. I mean, because the reason I say that, I'm gonna go right back to what you said. The reason because I grew around it so much, but like not by like just homies saying it. Like a lot of my friends are African American.
Hold up. You say the word. You feel like you're a nigga?
I don't feel like I'm a nigga, but I feel like it's in my slang. Like if every 10 seconds someone's gonna call you something, like if I call you dumb, every 10 seconds, in your mind you're gonna be like, all right, it's cool. Like if you're saying it to me every 10 seconds, is it cool if I say it to you? You know what I'm saying?
But I'm a nigga. I feel like I'm a nigga, and I'm a nigga. Like I can explain why, but I'm not a nigger for the definition of what they gave it to us for.
Exactly.
Like,
so I feel like the way I say it, because in my religion, like being Muslim, there's no race. I don't see a race. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't see you like, oh, you're black. I judge you off like honestly the way, like you got to look at it this way. I get people judge you, but don't base me off of them. Okay? Because I see, okay, this guy says it and he does this. I'm not him. Like my boys, I'm down to ride for it. Like if there's something that shit hits the fan, I'm there. There's no question. Call me, I'm there. You're like my brother. If you consider me a brother, that's it. I don't have homies. It's you're my brother. These people are my brothers. They gave me the green light. If anything started between anyone because I said it, all I need to make is a phone call. I have 50, 40 of them, of my niggas, here ready to shoot everyone out.
The reason why I asked you though, because in definition, a word has a definition, and we all got to go by that same definition. So that's why I was asking you, do you feel like you're a nigga because you use it, and what was your
No, I don't feel, I feel like I'm just me. I just act like me. This is like, it's like your environment. You feel, if I, like, okay, if I'm in an environment...
Let me say this though.
What's up?
You a nigga. I'm gonna swing to that one. You a nigga, homie. For real. Yeah.
I'm with it.
When you feel like you could jump in the swimming pool, you swim.
Facts.
Are you a swimmer if you jump in the swimming pool, or are you not swimming?
I need to be, hell yeah.
Well, then you a nigga. If you jump in the pool of niggas, you a nigga.
Facts. Alright, fuck it. I'm a Arab nigga.
Yeah. And that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that it's a bad word. Bad is what you make it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. See, you understand. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we can say, man, we finna go find some bitches. Nobody want that female that's gonna cause you all these problems like a bitch. But we all want some bitches. You feel me? It's just what
I just want it for the night, but now I'm taking now, so like I'm alright. Edit that shit, bro.
All the time. The word you use, nigga.
No, before that, there was another. Wasn't there another question? Racism. So the way.
He asked you how you feel, like what was your racism like?
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
You said that you felt it, or.
All right. So when you were saying like how you like, did you have this and that? Remember, I had it in this time, 2000s. So 2000s racism. You can't have a door that says no blacks. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Nowhere here you'll find it. Back then you could, because it was like they allowed it. They could tolerate it. That was in that time. So I didn't experience that, but just because I'm in a different time. You get me? So I experienced a different racism. Doesn't say it's worse or better than yours, but I experienced it this way, you feel me? When I used to go to school, teachers would tell me, I'll say, oh my God. They'll say, stop, don't say, oh my God. I ask why. They'll tell me, because you don't believe in God. Like as a little kid. And the thing is, I was like a bad kid, so when I tell my parents, not they didn't believe me, they didn't know English so well, so they always believed the teacher. Because back home, the teachers are always right. Like if you're in a Middle East country, if you're educated, you're praised. Basically, astaghfirullah, but you're praised. That's what it really comes down to. Like they take your word over a guy that doesn't have an education. That's just the way it is. So they took it down here like that. So teachers would like kick me out of class. Teachers wouldn't talk to me. Like not talk to me, but like I would raise my hand, they'd make fun of me. I would be outside half the time. Like kids used to jump me and they would have meetings in front of me and say I'm retarded for no reason. You feel me? Because I would fight back. Like they don't understand, like as soon as I go to like recess, they would crowd me and start saying Arab and this and they would let it go. God damn, get the fuck out. I'm just but yeah, it's all good.
I get it.
So
that goes along with what people don't understand or what people are afraid of. They make fun of or they bash it because they are afraid of it. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah, in a sense.
And I feel you. I feel you.
How'd you experience it?
Man, I'm gonna say straight up, it was mainly with the police, man. Just because of the way I look, man. I mean, there's good cops and bad cops. There's always good and bad apples, you know, any group or whatever it may be. But I dealt with it more probably with the police, man, because the way I look, the way I dress, or whatever it may be, or just a part of my culture, you know what I mean? And mainly with that, I felt real offended, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or, you know, I've been called some things though too, just for being brown, Chicano, or however you want, you know?
What have you been called?
I mean, come on, like Beaner, way back.
You gotta understand, some of the people that are gonna be viewing, they never ever heard of it. Like, they're not around Hispanics and they don't know what the lingo is. You know, they're in like their own village, basically, kind of shit. So we want to inform them that like what not to say, and this is what we get told.
Go back to your country, this and that. But yeah, dude, they know I was born in this country, so I don't know what you guys are talking about, you know, things like that. But it's a deep issue, you know. It's a sensitive issue, and it's not just for my race. It's for a lot of people, you know.
Facts.
But you know, I'm not gonna let that ruin my day. Or, you know, you gotta keep it pushing, no matter what. So,
Hey, man,
I pray for our children though, man, that they don't. Hopefully, it gets better, man. With time, you know, for everybody, you know, because it obviously you know, it ain't working. It's the same thing. We gotta switch some things up, man. We gotta switch the game plan up. You know,
It's crazy. Yeah.
In my opinion.
It's crazy because the youngsters are crazier than we were on some like real shit. Like, they're a lot crazier than we were when we were younger. You feel me? Like, I'm not saying we're old. I know I'm young, but I'm saying in general, like the one like 12-year-olds, 13, like they're active.
In my opinion, I think it's because it's like no respect. Like,
Facts. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody just like, I don't know. I'm glad I got the last glimpse of, you know, probably your age or your era. If not a little, you know, I learned from the older homies.
Loyalty, respect,
Yeah, man, and
rules.
it's like,
You know
nowadays, social media, this and that, everybody trying to get clout or whatever it may be, you know, it's like, man, you know, same thing like, you know, taking a woman out on a date, for example, you know, opening the car, like things like that. I'm not saying you gotta be perfect, but, you know, a lot of the old school ways,
No, I'm not gonna cap. When I was young, I was not a gentleman, bro. Like, honestly, bro, because I knew, look, the thing is, when you know you're good looking and you know you can get any girl you want, you just look at her, you just go up to her,
Right.
say something smooth, you know, because I was like smooth like a smoothie, you feel me? Any girl I wanted, I just looked at her, it was done. You feel me? Done. So whatever. It just goes to your mind, and no one tells you you're wrong. Like, imagine going up to a girl. Like, I'm not that guy anymore, but back then when I was younger, imagine going up to a girl and just disrespecting her. And just because you're good looking, she won't say something. But the other nigga right next to her said the same thing I said, and he got smacked in the face. And you get away with so much shit, and I found out at a young age, all right, I can use my mouth, I can use my looks, I can use anything I need to get what I want. You feel me? You know how they say it about females? I ain't saying I'm no female, you know, I get mine, I'm a hustler. But at the same time, use what you got. A lot of people, if you a hustler, no matter what your avenue is, no matter where you're going, if you're a hustler, anything that opens up, you're gonna get in there. If there's money to be made right there, you're gonna go. You know what I'm saying? That's a hustler, not a hustler that just goes for one thing, like limited minds. You know what I'm saying? But that shit be crazy for real. Some people just not down to hustle. Some people like lit. Like, look, you went through racism. I went through racism. You went through racism.
We've all seen it. We've all seen it.
Seen it, been through it. It's all a mindset.
It's gotten better, but at the same time, through generations, you have people that digress. They want to pull back from that. You know what I'm saying? They want to live a different type of life. They see what the generation before them or before them didn't quite grasp. You know what I mean? So it's understand. Like, on that aspect, I commend you, bro, for having this. You know what I'm saying? For having all of us here being able to even talk about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's one. You know what I mean? All up, bro. Real talk. You know what I mean? And it's like you were saying, this is 2000. You know what I mean? 2020 on up. You know, the new millennium. Being black has been forever. So racism for my people has been like, what the fuck?
That's the thing. I feel like when people say my people, I feel like I'm not that type. But I feel like we just if everyone were just to put that shit to the side, like, look, I understand, like, if someone shot my dad, God forbid, but if someone shot my dad 100 years ago, a day ago, I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm not gonna, like, sit there and just be like, fuck it, you know? So I understand I would hold on to that forever, you feel me? But there's a way to be smart instead of getting fucked, you know what I'm saying? So people go straight off of anger, like, this fucked up my life, I'm gonna be angry my whole fucking life, and nothing's gonna change for me.
What I meant by that, though, when I say my people, today you said my niggas. You know what I'm saying? There was a time when nobody wanted to be a nigga, bro. And we still had to be a nigga. So that's what I mean. Not excluding everybody.
I feel
We embrace everybody to come be a nigga now. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's that time. But there was a time where nobody wanted to be a nigga. Not even niggas, but we was niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, God.
I used to say before it was a thing. You feel what I'm saying? Before it became like like everyone wants to do it. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
I mean, I hear it. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid of my age. I was born in 72. You know what I'm saying? I'm 48 years old. I might not quite look like it, but I am. I mean, you know, I got my platinum jumping on. You know? But at the same time, it's more like there's things that everybody don't quite want to embrace that we're made to embrace because of time. You know what I'm saying? And time is speeded up now through social media and all of that. You know, you can find out things within 3 minutes now, where versus back in the day, it took a week, 2 weeks to find out.
For some people that really don't know, like, this shit is real. So, like, back then, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, before all this, we wouldn't be able to sit down here.
That's real.
On some real shit, because if I go where he's at and I'm not with my people, I'm getting jumped. If I go where he's at and I'm not with my people, I'm getting jumped. That's just the way. So we would never ever just meet, and it would always be tension. But like once you grow up and you really become like, hey, I'm about my money, I'm about my family, I'm gonna take care of what I need to take care of. Things really change for you. You feel me? You put that shit to the side. Oh, it's all just respect. Real talk. That's why all this shit, this Instagram, all that. Like, I'm the type of person, like, if you really want it, it can happen. But I'd rather talk about it, just say like, hey bro, like there's no point. Like, why am I gonna lose my life over because I bumped you or because you looked at me the wrong way? Feel me? I have a lot of homies that lost their life just because someone looked at them the wrong way. We go out, he look at me, I look at him. We go, because everyone I go with is down. So if you kick it with us, anything that happens, I mean anything, shit's gonna pop off.
Let's go to the bottom of something real quick, right? Like you say the word nigga, right? I don't know, brother. I don't know Moses if he considered himself a nigga, but let's say this.
Nah.
All right. If I wanted to be with an Arab woman, right? A female, cute, bomb-looking female. Would her parents want me to date their daughter? That's a area of racism. Same with as if, you know what I'm saying, any other nationality wanted to date a black woman and we seen her go outside of her circle, like, what you doing? You feel me? It's like,
you ever been through that?
Not really.
Not
I'm still
really.
Latino.
you ever dated a black woman?
I have, man.
Yeah.
You did a black woman?
Not date, but you know, I've kissed.
Right. Handle your business. What about you, bro?
Me? Honestly, like I said, I don't see color. If you fire, you fire.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I see. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying,
That's
though,
what,
like, our elders really don't see it like that because it's more like that's
taboo.
their daughter. Yeah, it's like everybody don't want to accept that, but that's a form of racism, and that's how it grows. That's how it still lives.
Right.
Because everybody don't want to see their daughter or their son with that opposite side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, how y'all feel about
For
that?
me, that I'm getting a little older. Race, like, I don't even look at the same thing with like, well, they gotta have a decent face or about
A decent face.
You got to be 100 though, because you have to put your daughter or your son in that situation. If he came home with some so-called black woman, or same thing, your daughter came home with some, what you say, nigga, how you gonna feel?
Right.
Man, honestly, I'll look at it, I'll look at him, and I'll be able to tell in 30 seconds if I'm gonna kill him I'm gonna fuck them up. So it doesn't matter what I can tell.
Your daughter ain't
you know
gonna go for that. You can't just fuck up her boyfriend not do what you feel like she falling in love with.
Well, I'm her father. You know this shit, this new day. You see what I'm saying? You let that happen. No. In my culture, all right? No, they're like, if the family doesn't approve, you know, family is the most important thing. So you can't like, all right, I love you, you love me. You get one mom, one. You feel what I'm saying? You can't, no matter what, you can get 1,000,000 girlfriends. But in my religion, it's your mom, it's your mom, it's your mom, then your dad. I love my dad, but that's how, like, the respect
boundary. That's what Mother's Day say.
No, forget what that, it's every day. You know what I'm saying?
We get bow ties, we get a tie, we get a belt or some shit for Father's Day, but mothers get rings, jewelry.
They deserve it.
I'm just saying, it's not just your mom or nationality, I'm saying all mothers.
Yeah, can I answer? But for me though, with the women and any woman, for me it's like the personality and soul, man.
You like that?
Yeah, that's like, you gotta have a good like vibe, you know, cause you could be beautiful as hell, no matter what you look like. But have a nasty soul or attitude, nah, I'm good, man.
Honestly, when I was young, I was
that's
very...
where I be, you know.
Yeah, I was very, like, superficial. Like, that's why I get what you're saying. I was like, I didn't care if you had a bad personality. I didn't care if we didn't have anything in common. All I cared is if you were fire and I could take you out and everyone is gonna look and be like, all right, that's that nigga. Look, that fool pulling hella bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I used to look at it. So I'd get a girl and I would like, I didn't like, she'd annoy me. I used to be a dick. So a girl would talk, like one story, we were driving. She was driving me from her house to go say bye to my boy because he's going to the army. So I'm about to go say bye. She lives 45 minutes. I didn't want to take my car and I wanted her to drive. So she drove. So we're driving and she doesn't shut the fuck up. I just keep looking at her and I'm like, she'll shut up. She'll shut up. I'm looking at like not even a fucking time for me to breathe. Not even like, not anything. And I dealt with it, but I did stop and I was like, all right, look, I need you to shut up, like for real. Like you've been talking through the whole ride. We got 5 more minutes. Let me calm down for a little. You know what I'm saying? Like just for a minute. Dick move, but it is what it is. But what I mean by that is, now that I have a girlfriend and I respect her, you know, we get in arguments, but she a G, so she knows how to hold it down. And it's because we became friends first, and I got to know her. So if you really want to love someone, you got to get to know someone. You can't just look at them and be like, hey, I want to marry you just because I just saw you so pretty and I heard you. You got to like really sit down with the person. But because you got to imagine waking up to that person every day. Feel me? You don't want to just look, oh, you're pretty, but then 24 hours later, you're like, fuck, I'd rather shoot myself at this point. You know what I'm saying?
So speaking of that, what you think, OG, about relationships? I mean, like, since we had that direction talking about women and stuff, I mean, what's any advice you can give to young men or young women out there, just, you know, trying to find that man or woman, you know, they seeking or...
I'm like him, except I was the opposite. You was a dick, I was an asshole. Right? Yeah, I was an asshole. So I'm gonna say this. As far as the advice, from consciousness, you wanna go meet someone like he was saying up here first, at the crown chakra. And then you'll work your way down to the root chakra, right? you don't wanna see her, oh, she has a fat ass, and go get with her. You know what I'm saying? Stick your phallus in her and then find out she's a bitch, but she's gonna have your baby.
Man, that would suck, honestly. That would
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You wanna be able to meet her, find out mentally, okay, she's a bitch. You don't gotta tell her that, but I don't want her to have my baby, so don't stick your phallus in her. You know what I'm saying? You wanna get to know her like he was talking about, and then from that point, if you got to know her, you will know what you're dealing with, and then after that, you can make your own decision.
So I'm gonna go ahead.
In other words, don't take your time with it.
Exactly. Patience. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to rush into anything, bro. You know what I mean? Because like, you know. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question and go to both of you, but I'm gonna ask a question and I'm gonna let you know. What started, like, have you ever been a dick to a girl first? Just yes or no?
I have, man.
You have? All right.
I made mistakes. I've done some.
All right, cool. I thought you were an angel for a second.
Hell no.
All right, because I'm just open the door and I'm like what the fuck's going on? You know what I mean? But no, I respect that. But what is it called? For me, like my first girlfriend I ever had broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was like, bro, like I wouldn't cheat on you. I wouldn't do, like, I did cheat, that's a fucked up part, but I thought about, like, I was like, mentally, I didn't want to cheat on her. Yeah, that's cool. What is it called, Where'd that go? Oh, mentally I didn't want to cheat on her, but I loved her. I was like, I can marry this girl. She's so fire. Like, she was the bombest girl you've ever seen in your life, right?
Yeah.
It's just, this bitch made me insecure. Like, I've never, man, I hate to use that word. She just made me insecure.
It's too late.
You know, it is what it is. She made me insecure because, like, she was so pretty. Guys would come up to her, and, like, while we were walking around, they would hold her hand. Like, I mean, not hold her hand. They would come up to her and try to flirt with her. And I would just be, like, gassed. Like, I'd be, like, it'd start a fight. You know what I'm saying? But I just, like, how many times it happened. And, like, she was fire. You remember the girl that I took to the dance? The one with the big boobs. Yeah, you disgust me. I know you remember, man. Whatever. She broke my heart, and I looked at it like, honestly, every girl's gonna be like this. No girl's gonna be like my mom and my sisters, like, you know what I mean? So I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna be a dick all around. That's what really changed it. And then when I met my girl is what changed me back to being, all right, I'm gonna respect you. You feel me? Did that ever happen to you where you got your heart broken?
Hell yeah, man. I mean, it happened, you know, but
Yeah.
I took it, and to me, it's just life. You know, and I've done some things too where I'm not an angel. I do have my flaws and I have made mistakes, and I probably will still, you know.
Facts.
But I feel like women, man, they're one of a kind, man. Yeah. They're crazy, but man, they something else.
Can't live with them, can't live without them. For real.
I wouldn't want to live without them. I wouldn't be fucking sitting here with y'all if it was just men.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out of this bitch. Nah, but for real though, you have to look at women, you know, as a precious jewel. You know what I mean? And when you look at a woman, you have to look at your daughter first. You have to look at your mom first. When you're dealing with women, you can't just go to a girl and look at her and be like, oh, she has a fast, big tits. I want to do this and do that to her. You have to see your mother in her. You have to see your daughter in her, because eventually that's what she's going to be, a mother and a daughter. So when we go at these women like, this is what I want to do to her and I want to do that, it's like you have an immature mind frame.
Can I keep it real with you? One problem I have is my temper, right? And the thing is, like, recently me and my girl, we got in an argument, and it's over like like my temper, I just lose when I lose my temper, that's it, it's over, I don't think anymore. And I like what you said, like, because she told me, like, would you talk to your sister like this? And I was like, nah, I'd never talk to my sister. And she's like, if a guy talked to your sister like that, what would you do? I was like, I'd kill him. Like, it wouldn't even be a question. And then she's like, and you say you want to marry me? And I was like, yeah. And then she's like, then why the fuck are you talking to me like that? And then, like, she has the right to be angry, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just my temper. I don't mean what I say when I'm angry.
But see, here's the thing too, though. Like you said, you can't get them with them, you can't get without them.
Yeah.
The women that we tend to really, really like, they know it. The ones we fallen in love with, they know your buttons.
Yeah,
they know how to push them also, bro. They know how to pull the carpet under your ass and everything. So it's like, temperament is big, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted, don't think that I'm some angel. Like I said, I was an asshole, you know what I mean? I used to feel like, I'm not gonna let no woman break my heart. So I had 10 girlfriends all at once. Like, bitch, like you say, you don't want to use the word, but you know, the word exists. Hoes, all of the words exist. We learned it, we didn't make it up. So it's like, I'm not gonna let this bitch cheat on me. I got 10 females, so when I call you and you can't make it, somebody's coming, right? That day, whenever I want it. So it's like,
it's that insecurity when you think, because like the thing is, when you've done so much bad shit in your life to females, you really think about it and be like, God damn, that shit can be done. Like, you know every trick in the book. And sometimes they're just telling you the truth. Like, hey, I'm over here. And you just be like, God damn, this feeling, bro. Like, I know you're not over there. And you go check and they're not over there.
When I was an asshole, it didn't matter. It didn't matter because I had 9 other females. But I was never insecure. But to a point, having 10 females kind of make you insecure. You feel me? So what we don't see is the opposite of what we're thinking completely. So that's maturity. You'll see it over time, but at that moment, you really don't see it. And I think that's all of our downfall. You know, foresight. If we could only see, if we only knew, you know. Yeah, that's what makes learning. That's what makes progress. That's what makes us grow.
Facts.
That's the same thing you were saying when you were saying what made you a man so fast is because you were the first in the American as your nationality, right?
Yeah.
From your people, and so it's like you couldn't go talk to your parents. You had to do it on your own, like, because there were some things that was just culture for you guys that they wasn't gonna hear.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit.
What would you guys tell your younger selves, or not your younger self, what would you tell someone that's in the same situation as you? Like, for instance, you both know, like, joining a gang is not the right path. Like, everyone knows that, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Now, cut that shit out. That shit, cut that out.
No, that was cool. That was cool, bro. Don't cut nothing, bro. Don't cut that. You know why? Because from what you just said, I wouldn't want my son to do what I did before I took his ass away from here and he did taekwondo. That's the same reason,
That's a
bro.
good question.
That's the same reason.
So what would you guys tell them? Because, like, I feel like my problem was, like, when I was younger, it was like when I was 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, like, it was wild. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to there. Because I was going, like, at 16, I was going up from Anaheim to Vegas at 16, getting into 20 up clubs. You know what I mean? 21 up clubs. Partying, doing everything. Like, I didn't have a role model, but I didn't join a gang. But at the end of the day, when someone doesn't have a role model, like someone to, like, imitate, someone to stop you, you know what I'm saying? Like, your situations.
Hey, let me say this to the kids out there. My mom used to tell me this. Enjoy being a child, because you'll be an adult for the rest of your life. Don't rush that. You know, everybody wants a fake ID, get into the club, do this, do that, do that. Man, I want recess some fucking times. You know what I'm talking about? As an adult, you want to go back to recess, innocence, where you don't have all this pressure on you. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with that is major. So you want to enjoy your childhood, you want to have fun, you want to be a child. And I think that'll bring the best out of you. If you give a child a chance to be an innocent child. I seen that, I wanted that for my son. I got his ass away from the adult life so he could be a child, bro.
All right, well, so what would you do? What would you both, we'll start with Moses T. What would you guys tell, like, someone that's in your shoes that's like, you know when you were down, you know what you were going through, what you couldn't do?
They're, like you said, like a younger version of me, or...
Yeah, exactly.
For me, I would say, take your time, man. Take your time and know that we ain't promised tomorrow, and be careful on each move you make, young man, and learn, keep learning, and you know, if I could, man, and all that, just to be there for him, you know, you at that age too, I used to think like some older people, my elders, they don't know what they're talking about. They old. You know, this and that, arrogant, thinking that at that age I knew everything, you know, and I don't. I'm still learning to this day, you know, probably till I die, you know. But you know, tell that person at that age, you know, like, man, listen to your elders, man. They tell you, and they're still there for a reason, you know what I mean? If they didn't care, they wouldn't be saying anything to you, you know. They wouldn't. But definitely take your time, man. So.
I was too hard-headed.
It's really, you can't say that, bro. We come into this world as babies, as scientists. You have to get spanked, told, no, don't do that, don't do this, to learn this element of this atmosphere that you're living in. But you come here exploring. So you have to be taught this or that in this atmosphere. Mother Nature is not gonna say sorry. She'll kill you. You know what I'm saying? So it's your parents that have to tell you, don't touch that electric socket. They're gonna spank you when you're too young to understand, don't touch that. You know what I mean? So what you're saying is your growth. That's your growing area. But, you know, we have to learn who we are. You're not just gonna be here. And your learning curve is very big, and it's your life. You know what I mean? Don't play with your life. If I could tell anybody anything about my past, I would say, don't play with your life. I've done a lot of dumb shit. And if I could go back, I would do more of my homework. I would learn more. I would take advantage of the time that when someone's telling me something, to look into it. Not just take it for granted, because like you were saying, tomorrow's not promised, bro.
Damn, that shit will come back, man.
Believe that.
You know, you reap what you sow.
Believe that.
For real.
You do, trust me, my life was fucking crazy because of the shit that I was doing. When you're a hustler, it's just any way you get it, so a lot of shit comes back to you, you just don't know when, you know? Always looking over your shoulder. I'm like,
I'm never gonna stop being a hustler though.
Yeah, you can. It's in you.
I'll
It's
never
in
go
you.
back on that, bro.
It's
I'm
in
gonna
you.
get mine off top. Don't nobody love me like me.
I like that. You
Real
want to
talk.
love me like me.
Especially we got a family to feed, man. You gotta.
Yeah.
So,
When you hungry, you
All
hungry.
means, man.
I mean, when you sick in the hospital or you in that bed, everybody might be around you crying, but shit, you the main motherfucker trying to get up. You really want to get up, you know? I mean, no offense to nobody nor anybody's religion or anything like that, but you know, everybody talk about praying, going to heaven and all that, but motherfuckers get sick, they not ready to go see God yet. They ready to get back up and go do their third fizzle on this planet. So, you know, it's what it is.
That's real though.
Nobody love me like me.
You guys have anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything like that? We're gonna head this part out right now, but you guys have anything you guys want to say?
I got a question for you, bro.
What's up?
What made you want to do this?
To be honest with you, it's just because a lot of people don't know about Arabs. Like me, all our mindsets are different. Like the way you guys do, there's some things I still do to this day. Like, don't get it twisted. Like me, I'm gonna be me in front of anybody. I don't give a fuck who's in front of me. Like I'm me. I just take in what you say. You know, I'm not gonna be that one arrogant and not gonna listen to you. Like I like to hear what you say. I'll take what I like and fuck what I don't like. That's just the way I am. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna say it to you. I'm just gonna keep it inside out of respect, because if that's your view, I'm not gonna try to change your view. I'm gonna you a man. You know what you want. Keep it pushing. That's the way I look at it. So for me, I want people to see that Arabs like get along with people, and then I see like I love that he's like mainly I just don't want people like there's no point in being racist. Like I get it, if you see something different, you're gonna look at it for a second. All right, get it, but get past that. Feel me? Like I have a lot of brothers that are my real brothers. Like they ate at my house, they slept over. When in an Arab household, that's not normal. Feel me? For even if they're Arab too, to come in and sleep over, like that's not known. But my parents let it happen for me when I was young. You get me? And then my Hispanic homies, same thing. I ball with them. We do everything. And when I went to a school, it's diverse. So for me, I just don't see color. I just see like if I get along with you, I do. If I don't, fuck up. I got homies that are gangsters. I got homies that play Pokemon. Feel me? I fuck with you just for who you are. For real.
With the Pokemon, huh?
Yeah, that's just weird. Like I don't care what you do. I just care about what you bring to the table. Like, and what I mean by that is like respect. Like when you come in, you're gonna shake my hand. You're not gonna try to do anything shady. Just talk to talk. Like I met the other day, I met someone and he educated me on a business that I wanted. And this guy's well off. You know, he's a jeweler, Blue Moon jeweler. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Blue Moon. He's a jeweler, and he was telling me like ways to get my brand up. And he like told me ways that like I never thought of. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like it works. And this guy's making millions. For him to tell me, he told me like. He's like, when you have knowledge, it's a shame to keep it to yourself. You get me? Like, if you have knowledge, give it. Like, you know how much better the world would be? But I'm a hustler, but I'm a hustler that likes to see my people eat. Like, I'm not gonna be greedy where if all of us can get a drink, but I'm gonna get a little less, you get what I mean, than I was supposed to, then nah, fuck that. Nah, if we could all drink, fuck it. As long as I can eat too, I'm chilling. You get me? I'm not a greedy motherfucker. When you greedy, shit fucks you. But when you're not greedy, there's always one greedy motherfucker, but when you're not greedy, hopefully things go well. You feel me? That's the thing about us three. Like, look at you. You know what I'm saying? You could have said no, fuck off. You could have said no, fuck off. You know what I mean? But you saw the bigger picture here. Like, I want to make a difference. I want to make a difference. And me, I want to let you know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is who I am. I'm trying to make a difference in my own way. So everyone has their own way. When someone will catch on, and hopefully we change something. That's like the basic principle of what we're doing here, to change someone's life. So when someone looks at this and like, I want to be like him, you know what I mean? Someone will be from a hood, come out of jail and see what he just said and be like, look at him, he did it. Look where he's at. Like when this goes viral, like different, same circumstances. He's gonna be like, he went through the same shit, but he changed it up. Because there's not a lot of Hispanics that are out there for Hispanics. You know, there's a lot of African Americans out there right now, like media-wise, for African Americans to be like, all right, I want to do something. But when you really look at it, there's not a lot of Hispanics, there's not a lot of Arabs. But African Americans get it just as bad as that too, you feel me? Not the right people to promote them, just people that are willing to say, fuck it. Just because you like my color, I'm gonna do whatever you want. You feel me, kind of shit? So we all go through that. So that's why he's here, show someone like motivation. Get me?
Yeah, if you guys don't know, I do YouTube videos, motivational speaker. I work out, I train people here and there. And then I'll make it quick. It all started from an Obama phone. One day I was at my mom's, over at the farm visiting her, making sure she was good. And one day I wanted to make a YouTube video, and that's how it went. And there was at times when I wanted to stop, and I didn't, kept going with it, and you know, it's become pretty successful. Not only that, I found my purpose, you know, and that's inspiring, motivating, no matter who you are, you know what I mean? Showing people like us that, hey man, I have my past, my background, whatever it may be. Also, you know, I went to prison, I did some prison time too. For what? I almost killed somebody. He didn't die, thank God. To me, this is my second chance, my second opportunity in society. So, you know, I want to show that, you know, yeah, we make mistakes, but, you know, we don't let it define us. You know, so we gotta keep going no matter what. And yeah, man, I am a role model, I'm a leader in my community, so.
That's right.
You know.
That's what we like to show.
Yeah.
That's what we want to show. We want to show that like someone can really do it. Like, look, when I started, like I said in the beginning, when I saw him, he was barely, I had him on Facebook, barely at like 7, 8 likes. And I told him it's gonna start, I told him when I first saw him, when he told me that, I was like, it's gonna start off slow, but if you're consistent, I guarantee you, bro, it's gonna boom. He was consistent, he stuck by it. That takes dedication, that takes principle, that takes a man, because sometimes, like, you know, he's from the hood. So if he's from the hood, when his homies call, he has to go. You know what I'm saying? He took that to the side and said, this is as important as what I'm doing, and I gotta take care of this. This is as important in my life, and he changed it. Like, he's doing something that's gonna impact not just his life. He said he has a kid. He's really doing it. Instead of people talking about it, he's about it. That's the difference.
It's not about the numbers, the money, the fame. It's, you know, I didn't get into doing what I do today for that. You know, it was just to help someone out. And when I was a teenager, I remember, man, if I can help someone out, help save a life, that's a goal of mine, you know, something I want to do before I, you know, leave this earth. And I've exceeded that. I've helped multiple, I get messages every day saying I motivate or help him lose weight, or help, one dude said he had a 30 or 380 to his head. He seen my stories, like, man, because I see you giving effort and you making it, man, I'm gonna try too. And he was gonna commit suicide. He said he seen my videos and he took that strap off his dome, you know. It's things like that, you know. I got young men saying I'm like a big brother, if not like a father figure, you know what I mean? So I want to thank you guys too, because you guys are also my motivation, whoever's watching and whoever fucks with me, you know. So I want to thank you guys. You guys are family, and I appreciate it a lot, man, because you guys keep me going also, man. For real.
That's real, that's real. I feel like everyone in their own way, and I really like the way we all do. Like, for you, it's your son. You know what I'm saying? Like, your son to succeed makes you happy as a man. You know, you did your job. You is to change someone's life and take care of your family. And for me, it's to take care of my family and change the outlook of people, how they see race. Like, I'm a rapper. You know, I'm gonna keep it real, but I'm gonna use my platform for anything that's good too. You know what I'm saying? Like, just cause you from the hood, don't mean say fuck everybody, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give back to everybody that helped you out. You can't get greedy once that check comes in. And I feel like my motivation is that, and that's the reason I picked you two out of my homies that I wanted to, because I know OG from the past, you know what I'm saying, like, been through a lot, you know what I'm saying, coming up. And I know I have a lot of homies from Watergate too, so I know what it is, you know what I mean? And Moses, me and you, like, you know what I'm saying, grew up the same hood, around the same area, same people, family, you know what I'm saying? I know you about your shits, you know what I'm saying? I know you want to change. And I know what you can get if you push that button, but I respect that you always keep that shit to the side.
Yeah, man.
And people are gonna see that. People, the first thing they're gonna view is, damn, like, who are these people? And I gotta show the tattoo, let them know that I'm Arab because I look Hispanic a little, you know? But I'm full Arab Jordanian. But, like, anyone can change, anyone can get what they want. It's just you gotta get off your ass, you gotta go hustle, you're gonna get no's, you're gonna get people that tell you you're wasting your time. But you gotta pass that. If you pass that, you can do anything. But if you're gonna be a chump, you're gonna sit on your ass and cry about it all day and depend on people, you ain't gonna do shit. I started from a garage, got a studio, they crashed it down, still doing my thing. Nothing can bring me down because I know where I'm going. If you can believe in some shit like that in your head, you can do anything. But if you a sap, keep sitting down and scrolling. I'm not saying don't watch the video, but go do something after the video. Don't just sit there and think about it. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, there's definitely gonna be a lot of no-sayers or you can't do it. Like I had a good friend of mine say, YouTube, that YouTube thing ain't gonna work. I said, all right. I started my own clothing brand. I'm sponsored by a supplement company, Condemn Labs. My clothing brand's Eternal Legacy. I'm a sponsor now to Condemn Labs. Shout out to Condemn Labs. You know, but it don't stop there though. You know, you got to keep going. The reason why I'm bringing it up, I'm not bragging, but I'm showing you guys that I am an example. Whether you brown, black, white, it don't matter. If I can do it, if we can do it, you guys can do it too, man.
And one thing I'm gonna say to everyone that's actually doing it, check it out. I hit him up one time, we haven't talked in a minute, and he helped me out. He saw the vision. Don't just cause you at the top, look down at everybody, not show love. Like, if you look at him, scared. But if you know him, most humble, respectful, any man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all respect. And he got it, he's ahead of me right now. You feel what I'm saying? I'm on the come up. So, anyone can do it. You just gotta put yourself in the right position. And you gotta have people that believe in you. If they don't believe in your vision, just because they have what you want, don't stick around.
That's all right, man. That's what. Yeah, there's gonna be people that don't see what you see, but that's okay though. Stay to the game plan. Stay focused. Let all the barking and all that stay in the game. You know what I mean? Like, stay focused. Ain't that right? I'm sure you know.
100, man. You guys on point. Real talk, bro. And for y'all to be, you know what I'm saying, not quite my generation, you know what I'm saying, I'm inspired, you know what I mean? Because it's not necessarily that you have to be a leader, but us men need to fucking stand up. It's time for us men to fucking stand up, you know what I mean? And take our places on this planet and be men, period. And y'all looking at what we supposed to do, stand up.
And just to let everyone know, like, you guys, we could tell a little backstory. My situation is, I lived a good life. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, when I was younger, I was blessed. My uncles were doing things that they weren't supposed to be doing, so we were eating like that, so I always been around that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was all taken away when they got caught up. You know, lawyer fees, we lost the house. Charlie Park, quick backstory on that. We used to sleep at the park every day, and the landlord, she was cool with us, so she would tell us in the morning, go get your stuff, the cops are gonna come check, because my uncle's case was huge, so they wanted to fuck with us. So knock on the door in the morning, tell us, all right, let's go. We would leave, we'd go to the park, freezing fucking morning. I'm supposed to be in school, but if I go to school, they're gonna take me. So my parents didn't take me to school. So at that point, what we were doing, we had bread and water. That's all we had. And the bread was old, and we barely got pieces of it. And I looked at my dad one time, and I didn't get it, because I was, from getting everything I wanted, to now we don't have shit. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, when that happened, like, my dad looked at me and I told him, can you please give me a chicken sandwich? I'm starving. For a man to look at his son, like a second, and you know he saw you, but he doesn't want to act like he saw you, because his pride is like, I can't, like, now that I know, we couldn't even afford a chicken sandwich. $1.08 back then, a chicken sandwich, we couldn't even afford that. Feel me? And I used to have, like, what I used to do is that the park, it didn't have a gate, so I used to run through, act like I go to that school, like at lunchtime, and I would go steal bags. I go to the teacher, like the office, or not the office, the kitchen place. You feel me? The cafeteria. I'd go in there and I'd tell her, like, I'm in trouble with the teacher. There's 4 other kids. You know what I'm saying? Can I get the bags for the bad kids? She'd give me the bags. I would go. I'd kick it with one kid. His name was Henry. He's cool as fuck. Little Asian kid, but he's cool as fuck. Shout out Henry if you watch this. He would walk me to the end with a bag and put it in his backpack, give it to me. I'd go feed my family, and my mom would never know that I did that. And like, we were at the bottom of the bottom and nothing. And one day my dad came, he had his own business. I swear to you, he had his own business. Got us an apartment. Even though it was a 2-bedroom with 6 people, still, an apartment is better than a car. Yeah. And we started going up, back down, going up. It's like a roller coaster. But the only thing is, you just don't get off. You gotta ride that shit all the way through. The bad will bring you, like the shit we've been through, all of us. A lot of people really can't say they can go through it and get back up. A lot of people, when they fall, they stay down. We got back up, and that's what shows like a really big difference. You feel me? In a hustler and a coward.
You remember some shit, bro. Hey, that's some shit. And you know what? I told you was a nigga. I told you that's some nigga shit right there. You know what I'm talking about? That's some nigga shit. And that's probably why you could use the word so freely. Cause you been there. You was West up. You was in the swamps. You know what I'm saying? That's the hood. You know what I'm saying? Santa Ana, hate gang. You was in the swamps. And the whole thing about it is, we all been in the swamp in our own little way. You know what I mean? I'm from Watergate Crip. You know what I'm saying? I may not be the demonstration of what a Crip or a Watergate gangster is supposed to be. Never really claimed to be a gangster. I'm a hustler. Like I said before, I'm never gonna change from being a hustler. I'm never gonna erase that from being anything I ever was, because that's what's gonna make me love me the most.
You know what's crazy about that you say that? Sorry to cut you off, but when I was locked up, a Watergate Crib, me and him were cool as fuck. I think they call him Quick. Yeah, they call him Quick. Me and him, we connected. He told me, I was like, he's such a nice guy. I was like, you're not a gangster. He's like, yeah, I'm a hustler. I was like, you just said you're from Watergate Crib. He's like, everyone from Watergate Crib is not gonna go shoot you unless you're on his block. You guys are all hustlers.
Or unless you do something specifically to that person, or unless they all riding together. But it's more like, it's pimps from the hood.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's hustlers from the hood. There are gangsters, but that's what they do. Facts. You know what I'm saying? They gonna run around, ride, throw up the hood. You know what I'm saying? Press you, all that. Pressure, all that. But it's like, everybody is not that person. You know what I'm saying? Every character is different. You know what I'm saying? Each household was different, which brought you into the hood. You know what I'm saying? I didn't necessarily have to be jumped into my neighborhood. I was raised in this. I was in gun fights without knowing what they were. Just tink tink against the car, and I was too little to know what was going on. I didn't have to be jumped in. You know what I'm talking about? I was raised in this. Like you was raised in your family. What you go through with your bloodline, what you feel, how you feel, what make you this nigga is exactly what you was raised in now, bro.
I'm happy you said that, because a lot of people don't understand. No one wakes up in the morning and says, you know what, fuck it. I want to be a gangster. I want to be out there. Exactly. Like, you go through some shit that
put you in that environment, that put you in
we got 5 more minutes, all right? Just sorry to cut you off.
You good.
Yeah, no, but you're right about that. Like, sometimes you're predicament.
Sometimes you're born into it, man.
You're born there. You're born
just there. Like, that's all that's surrounded. That's all that's there. Like, that's all we got. You know.
Hey, bro. You Mexican?
Yeah.
Arab?
Yep.
So-called black, right? African American. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get to choose this. Same thing you're saying. We didn't get to choose. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
But you can choose to change it. That's the difference. If you really want to, exactly. If you really want to, if you want to get up. I'm not saying, look, I'm not promoting drugs, I'm not promoting violence, but if you're hustlers, I gotta sell packs, alright? As long as you ain't killing no one, you know what I'm saying, to get yours, but get up in the morning and hustle. You feel what I'm saying? Get it any way it means, just make sure that you get it. You don't need to sit down and do nothing, and it motivates you. Once you start making money, even if it's packs, you change it up. All right, I want legitimate business. Legitimate business, you change as a person. Feel me? You become a boss. You know what I'm saying? Him in the future, I already know. I can see he's a boss. I already see him as a boss. Future, he's really working. He's gonna have my girl. Shout out to my girl Katie. What do you call it? Work on his what was it? His production. His website. His website. She's gonna work on his website. Everyone here is a boss sitting in front of you. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't start bosses. We started somewhere. Feel what I'm saying? So you can do it. I'm not a preacher. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be doing this every day. But at the same time, like, wake up. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be on that bullshit every single day. You know what I'm saying? I know homies that everywhere they go, they got a strap on them. I know one of my boys was supposed to be here, but what is it called? He has a case, and like I said, I can't say anything. You know what I'm saying? But he was supposed to be here, and the case fucked everything up. So, like, I know all kind of people. You know what I'm saying? You could really make a change. Like, I was put in an environment, and I didn't join a gang, and I wasn't anyone's culture. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't black. At least blacks, over here they have blacks. Hispanics, they have Hispanics. Arabs, you get lucky if you see another Arab. You're by yourself. So either clique that you're gonna go with. If I kick you back then, if you used to kick with the blacks, it's just the black. You used to kick with the Hispanics, just Hispanics. I'm the one that they were so cool with me because I was Arab. They let me kick it with the Hispanics. They let me kick it with this with the blacks. So I was green wherever I went. And that's what got my mindset to be like, I'm happy that I'm an individual and I didn't have to be held to that standard, because you guys were born into it. Like, you in your hood, you know, if you brown, you down. You know what I'm saying? In his hood, if you black, you good, you don't crack. You get what I'm saying? Unless it's against each other. But at the same time, you didn't get to choose that. Me, I got the pleasure of, all right, I can kick it wherever the fuck I want. No one's gonna tell me I can't go here, I can't do that. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I got, out of the Arabs, I got to be that nigga. I got to say that, I got to kick it. I kick it with gangsters, I kick it with homies that play Pokemon. You can really choose your life. It doesn't matter where you're at. You know what I'm saying? It's where you end up. That's the most important part.
One word I want to say too is, one word is, well, there's a few words I live by, or I practice to use it in my everyday life, but just be consistent, man. Consistency in everything you do. People ask me, like, how do you stay motivated or this and that? Just be consistent, whether it's going to work every day, whether it's taking care of your kids, and even if we win or lose that day, or we make a mistake, stay with it. Stay on the track, you know, and every day.
And last thing before we gotta go, Too Busy to Be Dreaming is coming out on all platforms. Everyone already knows. Give us a big shout out. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is accepted. Fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Moses, my boy OG.
Rip, rip.
You already know.
Yo.
Rip, rip.
My motto: against all odds, one life to live.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace and
Shout out
love.
to my kids too. I love y'all, man.
You already